So hi and welcome to the next class of Appium. In the previous class, we were just discussing about the basics of Appium, that what is Appium, what is Appium all about, and there are many things in the Appium, like the comparison with the different tools, and why Appium is better, what is the API level. So on the shall we discuss about these stuff. In today's session, today's and tomorrow's session, we'll be discussing about how to download and run the Appium, or you can say that how to download and configure your Appium. So we'll be covering different aspects into it. Likewise, you can say that how to configure it on first of all on a real device, and you need few set of softwares like there is, you may say that Node.js, Microsoft.NET, Appium. You need Android, you need Eclipse. So you need all this software. So we'll be downloading all these softwares one by one, and we'll be configuring them. Look, this class would be dependent on the two main stuff. The one would be your downloading of softwares. Another would be configuring it. Downloading and installation is one. And second step is configure. So every software that we'll download will ensure that we are properly configuring it. Okay. So now if I start from the scratch, like first of all, if I want to run Appium, the main thing that I need to have is, excuse me, I need to have Java into my system. So coming back, and it's right here, download Java, download Java 8. So excuse me, sorry. So this is the official website of Java where I could go and download the Java. So let's go to Java 8, and if I'll move it down, okay, like depending upon your OS, like your Windows is 64-bit or 32-bit, so you can download the one. Like for me, it is Windows 64-bit. So what I need to do is I just need to click over this accept license, and then I need to click over this button. Once this button is being clicked, so it will automatically start downloading like this. It is as good as downloading any software. So you guys are pretty good to download any software. You know about this stuff. Okay. So what I'll be doing is let me pause it because I don't need to download it because I have already downloaded it. So I'll share this link with you. Just a second. What I can do is I'll be sharing on this chat window. Guys, what you can do is just keep on jotting down these points. Like first of all, I have shared for the Java, then I'll be sharing for the Eclipse. Just have all these links handy with you so that tomorrow when you start with the installation stuff, you are good to go. Fine. So this is about your Java. So after downloading Java, okay, this is as good as downloading any software. You'll just click it, and this will start installing in your machine. So after installing Java, I'll excuse me. So as I was saying that after installing Java, the next step is to configure it, because every software that will be downloading, that will be comprising of two steps. One would be downloading, another would be configuring it. So after downloading it and installing it, that means, let me know if you want me to install it again, or that is okay, guys. Hello.
Yeah, if it is Java,
So
and one
this
more
is
thing,
as good as, yes,
um, we need JDK or JRE.
you need a JDK. It's a bundle. It's a JDK. Java
Mm.
Development Kit.
Any
JRE is a
version is
Java.
uh, okay.
JRE is Java runtime environment. JDK is Java Development Kit, and you need it for your development. You just don't need it for a runtime stuff. You need it for development stuff. So you need to have JDK with you.
Okay. Any version is okay, right?
Uh, 8 is more stable. 8 you can go with 8. You could go with 7 also, but don't go with 6 or 5. I won't recommend using those versions. Those are kind of obsolete versions. They don't have the support for Lambda also.
Okay.
Look, rest it depends upon your system. Like if a system is having some XP Windows or something like that, I think then you can go with that. But getting new version is good to have because you have phones
Okay.
that support basically Java 8.
Okay.
So I recommend for using this. You may try for your use any Java version. Just simply
Okay.
download it. After downloading your Java version, normally we keep our Java when we install it. It is to my C drive, and inside C, it's under my program files. So if I go here, the Java is present here, and this is the JDK where it's present, and this is the bin. So for me, Java is here. Now I have downloaded it, I have installed it like any other software. Now what I need to do is I need to configure it. So in order to configure Java, what I need to go do is just go to computer, go to the properties. There you have an option of advanced system settings. Just click over this advanced system settings, and then you have your environment variables. After that, look, you could see user variables and you could see system variables. So inside your system variables, what you need to do is you need to go to the path and set the path of your Java. Look, there are two ways of doing it. One is I can come to here, I can come here and I can write Java underscore home. Just copy it. Even I can share the same on chat. Okay. Samir, it's good if you have already configured it. It's for those who don't know. So I'll be starting from scratch only. Okay. And after that, you can just give the path of your Java. Like I have given it for myself. Let me edit it. So this is the path till my JDK. Okay. Give the path and press the OK button. Now, after that, what I need to do is I need to search my path. So this is my path. Just click over edit button. I'll copy it first of all, and let me open Notepad. So this is it. What I need to do is at the end I need to add semicolon. I have percentile sign Java underscore home percentile. That's it. Copy it back and you may come here and you may paste it here, or at the end only you could add semicolon and percentile Java home like I have done here. Okay, so you can see it. So this is the way how I'm configuring Java home. So after that, just cross it. Okay, press OK. Okay, and now come back here. Go to your command prompt. Just type cmd and enter. And after that, like so I have written Java version. So Java version is 1.8.0 underscore 181. This is the version of Java that is being installed and configured in my machine. After properly configuring Java, you will be getting when you will be running Java version in your command prompt, you'll be getting this version. If it is not coming, then there is some error with your configuration and you need to configure it again. Guys, do not fiddle up your path variable as it was mentioned in your environment variables. This is very important. This contains your Windows files like the path. Okay, this one. These are all your Windows supporting files. If you'll remove any file from here mistakenly, your Windows will get corrupt and this will not work for you. So be very careful while you are entering your path variables. Okay, this path variable get executed when your system loads, when your system reboots or your system starts. So be very, very attentive while you are playing around this stuff. Okay. So now after getting this, now the next thing is getting a proper Eclipse for us. So what we'll be doing is, so what I'm doing is I'm using Eclipse Photon. Okay. you may use the one that whichever you feel good as a comfortable. Let me open it. Oops, okay. I opened two instances. Sorry. Okay. Now the next step is we'll be going for our Eclipse. So in order to go for Eclipse, let me close this bar. Samir, I'll prefer using Eclipse only because I'm using Eclipse. You may use IntelliJ. That totally depends upon you. But yes, I'll be using this Eclipse only. Okay. Just give me a second. I don't know why this Eclipse is not working for me. Just go to this site. Okay. You may choose this one. Just a second. Just want to show you something before I download everything. I just want to show you something new. Yes, this is how your code looks like. Okay, so I'm using Eclipse Photon. So to be on same page, you could use Eclipse Photon only. So you go to this package. Look, you may download any Eclipse, okay? But if you want to just be sync with me, like the one that I am using, okay, I'm using it from this side. That is a Photon one. So you may go it like this is for Windows 32-bit, 64-bit. Okay, you could download it any and then you can use it. These are the different variations of it. Like the last one is for only PHP developers, so we won't be using it. If I come up, the Eclipse ID for Eclipse communities, one is this one, and one is at the top, Eclipse ID for C developers. So you could use this one, or you could go with this Eclipse ID for Java 8 developers. So you may choose any one. That totally depends upon you that which Eclipse you download. So Eclipse download of Eclipse is a plain software downloading it because we won't be configuring Eclipse, but we'll be configuring our software inside the Eclipse. Okay, one thing is that we are already configuring Eclipse. Another is we'll be configuring our some sort of software inside the Eclipse. So after we are done with your Eclipse, now the next step is we need to download Android. Now this is the main thing that we'll be doing here, downloading Android. Now what is this downloading Android? Look, in order to automate your Android, because we'll be automating our Android phones, the main prerequisite for the same is that I need to have Android SDK. Like while I was using Java, okay, and someone I think amongst you asked me that whether should I use JDK or a JRE, and I said we will be using JDK because it's Java Development Kit. Okay, similarly for JRE it's Java Runtime Environment. So similarly, if you want to use your Android, okay, for Android there has to be some development kit. So that is called as your SDK. It's with the name of SDK. It's software development kit. So we'll be downloading this software development kit for our you may say that this kit would be used by us to detect the Android devices. And this is the same kit that your Android guys are using for development. Even we'll be downloading the Android Studio. Android Studio is the IDE that is pretty used by your Android developers to write any code snippet or something like that. So they write their code into this IDE only, the Android Studio only. Like for iPhone, you might have heard about there's a term called Xcode, right? So anyone has heard about this Xcode? Okay, no issues. So coming back, this is the official website of your Android. Yeah, Samir, you may use IntelliJ. Then you have a button here, download Android Studio. It's 927 MB. This is just the 927 MB. This is just the exe, that is 927 MB. After this, downloading this exe, okay, what we need to do is we need to download more set of softwares supporting for that. That's why I was saying yesterday also, ensure that you have good amount of data with you and a very good speed. Okay, unless and until and unless you have very good speed with you, you cannot download the whole data. So just click over this download Android Studio. So after downloading your Android Studio, it's as good as a simple exe. You'll be double clicking over it, and then you'll be getting an icon like this on your dashboard only. Okay, so let me open it. I'm just showing you that after downloading a software and just installing it, how it looks like. So this will look like this. Let me open it. Leave it. Okay, if you want to download the same ID that I'm using, okay, you may use this one. So I'm using this Photon release, Java IDE for Java, Eclipse IDE for Java developers. Amongst the whole of the list, I'm using this one. So anyone, if you want to use the same that I'm using, you may use this one because there was a long list. Okay, for IDE, for Java, for C, C++, and one was for Java developer, simple Java developer. So I'm using this one. Okay, this is not mandatory that you need to go with this one only, but this is just if you want the you use the same. That's it. So coming back
Are
to
there
my
any one question? Are there any special add-ons or plugins we need to install for this? Because I'm asking, I'm already having some Eclipse version. I just want to understand if there is any specific reason for you to use this. I mean to say some
look,
plugins are missing.
look, like the Eclipse for PHP. If you go with the Eclipse for PHP, in that the test-ng creates problem, and the JRE environment is not so easily configured in the Eclipse PHP. Then you have a Eclipse for Ruby because there is also two Ruby mine for it. Eclipse is also used for the Ruby development. In that, if you'll try to configure Java, that creates some problem. So some IDEs are very specific. In Eclipse only, they are very specific to specific tasks. So I don't know that which IDE are you using. But like if you're using a generic ID for Java developer or something, the simple one, then there won't be any issue.
Okay, okay, okay.
But mostly people use Oxygen instead of
Neon.
Neon and all that stuff. I'll prefer go for Photon because Photon has a good support for all that stuff, like your test engine and all that stuff. Photon has a good support because earlier I was using Oxygen and I was getting many errors in the Oxygen. I'm not using Neon personally. I have used Oxygen. So Neon Oxygen was not that stable. If anyone of amongst you is using Oxygen, please don't use it for this purpose.
Okay. If the existing IDE or any of the machines is having is already having setup for I mean to say plugins for TestNG or Maven, that will do, right?
Yeah, that would work. Try to configure Android into it. I'll explain how to configure Android into your Eclipse. If you're able to configure Android into your Eclipse, then you don't need to do anything. Then everything is already done for you.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So coming back, when I'm opening my Android, this is your Android Studio. This is your Android Studio. You can say how it looks like. Just give me a second, guys. So if I come back, this is how your Android Studio looks like. While you will install it and when you open it, this looks like this. And this is just a sample code, how your Android people write the code. Okay. We don't need to worry about that, like what Android guys are doing because we are least concerned about this stuff. We just need to get our SDK, the software development, because the software development kit that is embedded into your Android Studio only. So for that, we need to install our Android Studio. Earlier, what Android used to does is Google people they used to give a separate SDK. so that the test engineers could use it. But now because they want to increase their, you may say that downloads for your Android Studio, so they have pretty bundled it. If you'll Google also, you could get the separate SDKs, but that would be having the previous version, that won't be having the latest version. But here, what our need is to get the latest version of the SDK. Fine. So that's why we have downloaded this Android Studio. So now, after this, if you could see that there are some buttons present at the top. Okay, like this one. When you'll bring your mouse over here, it is showing something like SDK Manager. Click over it. Look, SDK means Software Development Kit. So this is saying that this is SDK Manager. It means that it is managing my all the softwares here. All the development kits are being managed here, right? So coming here, what I have done is, like for me, it's 8.1. That is the Oreo version, 8.0, 7.1.1, and 7.0. I have installed all this. I have clicked over this. What you need to do is you also need to click over here and the latest API, like it's 28. So ensure that you have clicked all these. Okay. After clicking over this, you have a button of apply. Just apply over here and click over OK. Now what it will do is it will start downloading the softwares for you. So like I was saying that you need to have very good internet speed. So that will help you here because down the line we'll be downloading nearly 2 GB of data. Fine. It could be two or more than two. So ensure that you have your net bandwidth and you have few GBs left with you. So after downloading it, okay, let it do. Okay, I'll do it offline. So once it's complete, okay, this window will disappear because earlier there was no this window was not coming, right? Okay, let's wait. Let's complete this so that you could see that what it looks like after completion. So what it is doing is at least it is fetching 3 to 400 MBs of data. Okay, nearly because I'm configuring everything in a single throw. What you can do is you can click one by one and click apply button. But if you know that okay, you can download in a single throw, go for it. This will take some time depending upon the speed. Okay, this is going to take a lot of time. I'm pressing going to cancel it. Okay. Similarly, after clicking working over your SDK platforms, now the next step is SDK tools. So let's quickly jump to this SDK tools. Now, what is this SDK tools? SDK tools means these are the supporting tools that you need to ensure that you have before you move further. So like for me, it's Android SDK build tools. It's update available and I have to update it. If I will not update it, this will not work for me. Similarly, I clicked over here. Guys, please jot it down that which are the main tools that you need to download. You need to download Android SDK build tools. You need to download Android SDK platform tools, then Android SDK tools. After that, the Google USB driver, because down the line we'll be plugging that phone into our system that it could easily you have to install the like you have the installation CD for that specific devices or you may just simply get it from the website of that specific maker. Like for example, if I say that let's take example. Okay, any non-branded phone. Okay, let's take example of Oppo or Vivo. So Oppo, few models of Oppo are not being supported by Google. Here supported doesn't mean that they are not Android. Their drivers are pretty not being supported. So what you need to do is after downloading everything, installing everything, you need to go to the official website of your Oppo. You need to download the driver and then you need to manually install that driver into your system so that your Android could easily detect that. This is just a small example. Okay, so it could be any in your case. Similarly, after you're good with your Google USB driver, ensure that you have also, we need to tick this Google web driver. And after that, you need to install all this like constraint layout, like solver for constraint layout, Android support repositories, it's very, very important. and the Google repository. Now I need to install these two in order to move further. But this is the path of my SDK that we were talking about. So let's copy this path first of all, because until and unless I have this path, okay, I cannot move further for my Eclipse. In Eclipse, I'll be configuring this path so that my Eclipse could easily, you may say, access your Android SDK in order to push your builds into Android phones. Fine. So in the meanwhile, I'll click over apply so that these two gets downloaded in my machine. So it's getting downloaded. Yes.
Meanwhile, can you just move these pop-ups so that I can take a list of things what are mandatory? Hello, hello.
This is the name. Okay, just a second. So what I and and then we just need to write here new and underscore underscore home and your path means it would be like something like for F. Okay, it was Android August 18 and followed by SDK. Okay, this is the path, and then you need to click the OK button. For me, I have done here. So after doing this, now what we need to do is we have made it here. Now that needs to be added in your path variables. Similarly, go to your path. Sorry, click over it. This, open your notepad, and now what you need to do is similarly like we did for Java. What we'll be doing here is add a semicolon right here, percentile sign, Android underscore home, right? After that, again percentile. Then you need to add a slash and platform tools. Platform tools. So this needs to be added. Even I've already done for myself. I'll be sharing it.
Actually, the screen is getting stuck for me, and the voice is also it's not continuous. it's coming with a lot of breakage. I'm not sure if this is if
Okay.
this is net connectivity or I'm not sure. My from my end, it's very stable. I have a very good speed of internet.
Okay, just give me a second. Let me check mine also. Just give me a second.
Hmm.
Same issues I'm also facing.
Yeah, me too facing same.
What you need to do is you just need to get the path, okay, and go to the path variable, click over edit, and then the variable name, copy it, and open in your notepad. Okay, so in your notepad, what you need to do is let me annotate it so that it could be more clear to you. It has to be something like this: percentile Android underscore home percentage slash platform tools semicolon percentile Android home percentile, and this has to be followed by my platforms. Okay, and add a semicolon. So you need to ensure that we are adding these two, platform tools and platforms, along with your Android home. This will help you to use your Android. Fine, because this way, this is a configuration of your Android. Downloading is done. Now the configuration, as we discussed. So the both should be going in the parallel, downloading and configuration. After you're okay with this, okay, so what you can do is just close it, paste it here, press the OK button, OK again, and then open your command prompt again, and write here Android. Uh, uh, just give me a second. Why this is not working? Okay, I'll cross check that why this command is not working for me. Just a second, guys. Okay. Because my no, actually, my SDK is getting updated side by side. It's not fully updated, so it's not able to get the path. After your SDK is fully updated, then you need to check this. You even need to do this thing. Like suppose if what I'm using here is ADB devices. ADB means the Android debug devices. Okay, it's showing the list of devices attached, the daemon not running. I'll talk about this also later. Let it download everything and configure everything. It has nothing to link with the platform tools. Platform tools is perfectly fine. Okay, so now if I come back, so this was a place. From here I have got the platform. Someone saying that there was a spelling mistake of platform. You could see the platform spelling is right, and the platform tools. I can go back, check them again. Platform tools and platforms. So there is no error regarding this. Now coming back, I have platform tools. One more thing is there, that is tools. Okay, it helps you to use a different kinds of tools and hierarchies. So this tool is missing right now for me, because if you will show that inside this tool you could see this android.bat. So until unless I configure this tools, I cannot use that. So what I need to do is, let me copy this thing. Okay, semicolon, and I want to use my tools. Look, this is a path where my SDK is present, right? This is the one. So I'll be copying it back, going it here. At the end, I'm adding semicolon and this command. Press OK. OK. Now close this. Look, the Android command is deprecated. Okay, it's saying that supported commands are Android list AVD. These are the commands. This means that your Android is properly configured. Okay, so while configuring your Android, ensure that you're configuring your platform tools, you're configuring your tools, and you're configuring your platform. All these three needs to be configured. If any amongst them is missing, you'll get the errors. So these three are very, very important. Tools, I'll repeat, tools, platform tools, and platforms. So after getting these three, now my Android is configured in my system, but this Android is
Uh,
not configured. Yes,
1 second, like, is it build tools or tools? You told like build tools, platform tools, and tools, right?
no, give me a second. It's your tools, it's your platform, and it's your platform tools. There's nothing called build tools. You don't have to use build tools. Okay, any doubt?
Can you show once in the SDK tools, like the in SDK, Android SDK, under
In
tools tab?
SDK, in SDK, these tools won't be there. That is the build tools. You're updating the build tools only due to the reason because you look, your build tools are internally linked with the tools with the help of bridge. That is called as your Android debug bridge. Okay. So if you will simply use your tools down the line, they are already accessing your build tools and emulators.
All these
Any
things,
doubt?
the folders, all these things have come here as part of the installation under SDK tools, right? Like the checkboxes, whatever you selected and clicked on apply.
Yes, 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 yes.
Oh,
Exactly.
possibly, can you just go back and show that under SDK tools, because I think I've missed something.
Sure. This is the Android SDK tools. You like the packages like from Android. First of all, Android platform. Select all these. Okay. Then you need to click over apply button. Then coming back to Android SDK tools, just click over SDK build tools. After that, Android SDK platform tools, Android SDK tools, then Google USB driver. Just a second, guys. Just give me a second. Yeah. So any doubt in this? Look, don't get confused
There
with
is
this Android build. Yes.
Mhm.
Go
there
ahead.
there
Go ahead.
is there is nothing called specifically tools, right? Because even in these SDK
Android SDK
uh,
tools.
and SDK also, I could see as what I said, like SDK build tools, SDK platform tools, and SDK tools.
Hmm.
But there is nothing called platform, just platform.
Platforms. Look, the part of your platform tools only.
Acha. Okay. Okay.
When you will download it, it will automatically come.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Uh-huh. Okay. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Okay.
You may take a screenshot also if you want or anything like that. Even this video would be available to you tomorrow, but ensure that you're installing everything here. Please don't miss. Okay. Like even you could download this Google Play services if you want, but don't miss these three. These are very important. Fine.
Build tools, platform tools, and tools, right?
Build tool, platform tools, Google USB driver, Google Web Drive, and
Right.
the support repository.
Okay. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine. Uh, Now after this, what I need to do is my Android is done. So tell Android we're good. So anyone having any doubt, tell your Android because now I'll be moving further for the Eclipse. Because now my Android is only configured in my machine, not in the Eclipse. I'm saying this again and again because now I'll be configuring Android in my Eclipse. So tell here anyone having any doubt, any issue.
Can you please check
Okay,
my
okay,
IAM?
just a second. Okay, tools, bin. Make it till tools. You don't need bin. Look, Samir, what you're doing is you're adding D Android SDK tools bin, then D Android SDK tools. So this is pretty same. You don't need your bin. Remove it. Just a second. Just a second. Samir, you are having preview version of Android. It's very old, I think, because from here I could configure it. Your UI automator would be present here. Samir, have you downloaded Android just now? Because this seems to be very old. Samir? Samir, can you hear me?
Yes, actually I have downloaded earlier. So I have set up the
It should earlier how much months back? Because according to me, it has to be nearly 10 months or 11 months back. It's very old.
no, no, it's 2 months only.
I need to see your system. Okay, first of all, what you need to do is don't use your bin. You don't need that. Your platform tools is good. And after that, if you have platforms, please download, configure it like this. Sorry, just add a more command here. That's it. That's everything is good for you.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So coming back, like now this is my Eclipse. This is how your Eclipse looks like. So you at the top I have
One
option of
second. One question. Sorry to interrupt. One question.
hmm,
Under the SDK platforms, you have told to download Android versions like 8.0, Sound.1, Sound.0, right? One of these things I
hmm,
don't have it actually. API Android API 28 is I don't. I'm not seeing that. Instead, I'm seeing Android 9.0 Pi.
that is the same thing. Android API 28 means Android 9. Look, when you download it, like for me, my Android is basically 1 month back. Okay, you are downloading it
Okay.
just now. So there would be a slight difference, but no issues with that. Look, the main content is same. Slight
Okay.
difference. If you downloaded Android today and you download it after 20 days also, because after every 19th day, Android keeps on updating something. This is the policy
Okay.
of Google that they will update Android after every 19th day. So even after 19 days, you download it again, you'll get something change.
Okay.
So that is not the issue. No worries with
Okay.
that.
Okay.
Okay.
And
So
one
come.
last thing. I'm sorry.
Hmm,
Uh,
no issues.
when I'm clicking it, I just have this checkbox which just show package details. I just clicked on it. By default, it shows as if not all are selected. When I clicked on this show package details, the
Hmm,
Android version, whatever I have selected in from the options, it got expanded, and it shows not all are got selected. Should I select everything under each of these Android versions, or should I leave it like
yes.
that?
Select all.
Okay, okay, select all. Okay, thank you, thank you. Yeah.
Okay. So moving further, like I'm into my help. So inside my help, I have option of install new software. So I'll click here install new software. Now what I need to do is I'll be writing a command here dl. Yes, this is the command. So after while clicking over this command, how you will be adding this command is, first of all, click here add. In the name section, write ADT, and in the location, put this URL. I'm sharing this URL with you guys. Fine. This is the URL that needs to be poured here. After that, click over add button. After clicking over add button, you'll be seeing here developer options. And like for me, all items are pretty installed for me, but for you, these items won't be installed. So you'll be getting option of DDMS and many more that are being supported for your Android. If you could see it up also, even the URL says that DLSSL google.com Android Eclipse, means I want the Android that is being compatible with my Eclipse, right? So all the developer tools that are linked to it, that would be coming here. So what you need to do is just check the parent and click over next and finish. It's already there for me, so right now I'm not getting those options, but for you, yes, surely you'll be getting those options. So after getting these, after getting your Eclipse and all that stuff, now the next thing is that because I have got the path of my SDK and I know that that path has to be poured somewhere. So after your Eclipse, means your configuration of Android into your Eclipse, just restart your Eclipse once. Okay, and after that, what you need to do is, just a second, it got hacked. I'm unable to see the command. Okay. Now, as we are done with it, now the next step is configuration. Now, configuration means that I need to, you may say, I need to go to the preferences of my Windows. Okay, Windows of your Eclipse. So click over Windows. I have preferences. Click over preferences, and here I have option of Android. Click over Android and give the path. Okay, for me, like it's Android AUG 18 SDK. Okay, give the path. Then automatically you'll be getting some data here, the refreshed data. Then you need to click over apply and then apply and close. So after this, your Android will start configuring in your system. So once it's done, ensure that you are restarting your system. Look, you're not restarting your Eclipse, but you're restarting your system so that all the changes could take place. These changes will only take place when you reboot your system, else uh, you will be left over with some things. So ensure that you are rebooting your system properly. Please reboot it. So after rebooting your system, now what is the next step is that because we are good with Android, we have configured it. Now we need to get the access territory. Now what is this access territory in case of your Android? So at the top of your screen, you'll be seeing few buttons, like there is one is open perspective. Click over this open perspective and you'll be having option of this DDMS. Click over here and open it. So once you open this DDMS, you'll be seeing a screen like this. There is some logcat, some console is there, some devices, threads, everything is there. We'll be talking about this, that what is this all about, what will come under devices, how my device would be shown here. Okay, so now we'll be discussing about this stuff. Let me pause it here.